And welcome back. This is The Sport. This is part 2 of our conversation with Ian Mbugua. I am STL Yamumo. And if you haven't checked out part 1, kindly check it out and come back for part 2. And we continue our conversation. I love when you sing, I will do it my way. That song?
I did it my way.
I did it my way. My way. It's by which artist?
Frank Sinatra.
Is it one of your makes your playlist?
That is the song that will be sang at my wake after I've been cremated.
We don't talk about death as much.
Why not? Everyone's heading that way.
I know, but we just don't like to talk about it.
Please. We're all heading that way. We should all be ready for that.
Unfortunately, ultimately, 6 feet under.
Ultimately, yes, not unfortunately.
Ultimately.
Yes.
Yeah. You have lived a full life. You've taken a couple of risks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember some of them? Notable ones that maybe you knew this was huge. This is a risk. Sometimes we don't understand, we don't realize we're taking a risk, but until we look back. But there are times we make a deliberate effort to take a risk. Are there those moments in your life?
Anybody who's ever done anything worthwhile has always taken a risk. If you stay within your comfort zone, you're not going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. You must, think about something and you think, oh gosh, this thing is huge, then you're taking a risk and you should go ahead and try it. You'd rather try and then fail than not try and regret having tried.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure most people, when they are dying, as we now talking about death, they don't regret the things they did.
They regret the things they did not do.
They did not do. Risk. Go ahead. Try. Fail. And know from your failure, and it's not really failure. You learn that it doesn't work for you. So it's not really failure. You're wiser now.
And I think the biggest life lesson is through making mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you don't try, then what are you doing? What kind of life are you going to have? You can't be safe all the time. Risk. Go ahead and do it. Don't ask, what if I don't make it? What if you do make it? What if you do make it? Go ahead.
Are there things that you are like, on your bucket list?
Oh, I have many things on my bucket list, yes.
For instance?
Skydiving, bungee jumping, going off to scuba diving, such things. Yes.
And what is that one thing that from the outward you thought it was probably a big risk, but when you did it, you're like, wow.
Oh, there are many.
Mm-hmm.
There are many. Like going full time into theater in the 80s, that was a big risk. And choosing some of the things I've done, they've been risks. Some have worked, others have failed. You learn from them.
What didn't work?
Oh, those are stories for another day. The things that have failed.
A sneak peek. Kidogo tu.
No.
Don't you feel comfortable enough?
I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, then...
It's all in the past. Yaliyopita tuyasahau.
Lakini tunasema ya kwamba we are learning from our mistakes. And maybe just because it didn't work out at that particular time doesn't mean it can't work tomorrow or a month from today. It doesn't mean...
No, it won't work. No. Mine will never work.
Tell us about it. Is it that bad?
No, it's not bad. But it's in the past. It's a lesson learned.
You don't want to share the lesson with the rest of us?
No, not this one.
Wow. Yani hapo amekwama na amesema hataki kabisa jamani.
I'm not boarding. That one I'm not boarding.
He's not boarding. Ai, hata kidogo tu. You don't have to give all the details, by the way.
Yeah. You're still here.
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still on that one. Kidogo
Put
tu.
on commercial. Put on commercial. Put on the advert. Move on.
Utuonyeshe tu kidogo.
Move on.
It's hard to move on this one, but in ile part tunasema irregardless, even though it doesn't exist.
Irregardless is a play that is going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was one and there's two coming up.
Tell us about it.
It's just a group of people doing political. Before it was for the elections, and now it is advising the current president. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So regardless of who came to power, we need certain things done.
Yes.
And talking about elections, and this is the one time when we have a lot or the most number of artists who have gotten into politics. We have the likes of KJ, who's my member of parliament. We have Jalango. We have DNG. We have, who else? Ekodida and so many others. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you think there will be notable change in the entertainment industry?
Absolutely not.
Because they're politicians?
They're politicians. KJ has done a lot. He has made bills, he has presented bills in parliament to do with the entertainment that have gone through. So I back him 100%. The others, I'm not too hopeful.
It's not a matter of wait and see or maybe not.
We'll wait and see. Wait and see. How many people do you see doing so much before they become politicians? And once they get into that house, they're swallowed up.
What do you think happens?
They just can't cope. They just can't cope.
Is it a case of getting into a space whereby maybe everyone is stealing, everyone is, not concerned about the electorate, and you're like, okay.
That's exactly it. Mm-hmm. That is exactly it. Many of them are not there to help the wananchi. Of course not. They're there to help themselves. How do you spend millions, sometimes billions, on advertising and campaign, knowing very well that your salary will not even cover that? How? Because you know the perks that you're going to get, the contracts you're going to get are going to cover what you've spent and give you a lot more. How are you helping the wananchi? For what?
And that explains why a majority of Kenyans, registered voters, did not turn up to vote. As a matter of fact, there are more people who did not turn up to vote as compared.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the youth.
Yeah.
It's the youth.
So
the youth did not turn up to vote because they look at this and looks. How do you choose between two horrible things? How?
But you voted.
No, I did vote.
Yeah.
I did vote. Mm-hmm. I did vote.
So the question is about, actually the conversation on ground was on choosing a lesser evil.
Yes.
Which shouldn't be the case.
Unfortunately, that
it's not about what this person stands for or this person stands for. It's about who is lesser evil. Who do we feel we might not feel the pinch as much when he gets on power?
That's exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a sad situation we're in, but it's lessons learned. It is lessons learned.
It is, but I don't know. I feel like maybe in 2027 there'll be more voter apathy as compared to now.
It all depends on who will be putting themselves up for elections. that makes a great difference. So if we can get people now thinking about it and start working, so that by the time we are getting there, we're talking about policies. We're talking about people who are realistic in their aims. Realistic, not these empty promises we've been given. We've been given promises. But you see, the thing is, Kenyans, we're so stupid. We believe them. We know very well that they're not going to work.
Yeah.
But we will believe them and we will vote for them. And just my man, our man is in there now. Yes. And that won't help you at all.
Yeah.
At all.
But also, don't you think that we as Kenyans do not understand the whole aspect about devolution, in the sense that devolution is bringing the government closer to the people, such that at the ward level, we have the MCA, whereby if we feel there are certain things, we can directly talk to him. It's someone, he's reachable. Yeah.
He's supposed to be reachable. They're only reachable when they are campaigning. After that, they disappear. Until 3 years later, when it's almost time for elections, that's when they'll show up. But you are right. To the electorate, an MCA is more important than an MP.
Yeah.
More important than the president. Because your MCA is the person who will deal with the problems you have there. But they also make very lousy promises, things that they can't keep.
And things that are not part of their mandate.
Not very far from here, there's a place that has got broken down matatus all along one side of a road. They should be moved. But the person who was vying for MCA got votes by saying nothing will change here. I'm your man. And he got the votes. Now, once he got it and people are now trying to say, can you move all these? He just turns and says, these are my votes. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah. But do we as the people have the power to unite?
We do have the power, yes.
But
if we wanted to. But we're too... Kenyans are very docile. They'll complain for a short while and move on.
Unfortunately.
Forget very quickly.
Yeah, we forget very quickly. Yes. We are so pissed at a particular thing, we tweet about it.
Oh, yes. We will make so much noise about it.
Yeah.
And after a while, life goes on. What you need to start thinking about is rely on yourself. Do what you can in your area. Sort out yourself. Don't expect to be helped. Don't.
But don't you think that kind of living makes us to become angry? Like we have bottled up anger.
But anger is good if you're going to do something about it. But don't get angry and then wait for something for a short while and absolutely nothing happens. So, okay, well, fine, move on. Be angry and do something about it. If you want to have a revolution, go ahead and have a revolution.
And that revolution on social media?
Not. It's useless.
Talking about
some even voted on social media.
Yeah, I remember was it 2013? Someone was topping.
Oh yes.
And then, unfortunately, as a matter of fact, he could not believe the votes he got. He was like, no, how does this happen?
Much support. Yeah. I've got so many followers on Twitter, on what have you. None of them go. The people on Twitter are not the ones who go and vote. They're not.
Talking about social media, I kind of feel like there's so much there's so much emphasis on every time people get on social media. There's the tendency to try and, there's the addiction bit of it. Mm-hmm. People are just addicted to just be on social media. And there's also the pressure of every time you're on social media, try and make money off it. But isn't a social media place supposed to be just a place whereby maybe you can just go meet friends, connect, and not necessarily have to make connections or make money of it? Just have a good time.
If you can make money out of it,
The better.
go ahead and do it. Yes, you must use up every opportunity you have. So that, yes, there is the networking, but that is also in a way to get you more business or to get you a job. That is fine. What I don't like is when you are looking at it and you're trying to bring people down, using it to bring people down.
Yeah.
Because you're faceless on social media. So you can abuse, abuse people and do anything you like just out of hatred or out of malice. That is wrong. That is wrong.
And a lot of people feel very powerful on social media.
Oh, they are. They are, yes.
And we can't do anything about it.
You cannot do anything about it.
But also...
Well, you can. You can ignore. You can ignore. Yes. And you can block them or completely get out of social media and live the real life. You do have choices. You do have choices.
Growing up in a time whereby there was no social media and now, how is it for you as a person? How are you navigating through?
It's a lot easier now with social media because, before you'd have to write letters, you'd have to go to offices to pay bills and what have you, and now you do it in the comfort of your home. So there are good things about technology that are there, yes. But then there are things like lining up outside a phone booth to make a call, writing a letter and going to the post office to post it, going to the post office, opening, getting mail to read. Those are things your lot will never know.
Oh my. Talking about phone booths, and so I went to a school whereby we had a phone booth, Moi Girls School, Nairobi. We had a phone booth. Yes, it was in the era of cell phones and everything, but we had a phone booth, and we used to call our parents like back at home during weekends, and so I did experience that a little bit. Yeah.
Good. Have you ever written and posted a letter?
But of course we did that in high school,
In
where
high school.
you do those sister school, brother school letters.
Good.
What do you foresee in the future? Now that right now, if you need anything, the first place you go to is online. As a matter of fact, if you can't click it, it probably doesn't exist. What do you foresee in the future?
It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. We're going to be run by these gadgets.
Yeah.
Everything will be sorted out by these gadgets. And we'll just become lazy. We'll become unhealthy. Because now people can stay in the house without doing anything, without going anywhere. And life goes on because they've got everything they need at the palm of their hands because of the social media. I mean, the smartphones. So it is going to get worse. Yes.
And that brings in the aspect of, even with all this technology, the aspect of self-care. How do you take care of yourself?
I exercise, but no, I don't run, I don't do gym, and I eat healthy.
So what kind of exercise?
I walk a lot. I walk as much as I can. I watch what I eat and when I eat. And I'm very particular about what I eat and when I eat.
Okay, interesting. You are a husband, a father, a grandfather, and how have you been able to build a relationship with your children, bearing in mind that, back in the day, parents weren't as friendly as, they ought to be. Yeah.
I've always believed that you should spend time with your children, especially in the formative years. That's when you build the bond. You stay with them, you find time for them, and you watch them grow. You're the one to watch them take their first steps. You're the one to, well, let's go back. You're the one to be in the delivery room while they're there.
Really? Were you there?
Yes, I was.
All three of them?
Yes.
How was the experience for you?
I was also in hospital when my granddaughter was born. I'm one of the first person to hold her.
Wow.
Yes. So you build that bond from there. You're the one to teach them to ride the bicycle. You're the one to teach them to drive. And you keep doing that. And once you've built that bond, it can't be broken.
Where were those moments important for you?
Because I know that that's when you build a bond. You don't go away saying, I'm going to work to make money so that you can have the life, that kind of life I didn't have. That's why I'm so busy. I don't have time to spend with you. No. What children need, not your money, they need your time and quality time. I've always found that very, very important. And I still find it important. You can't then have made enough money, then your children are grown up and you want to start bonding with them. No, you're already strangers.
Yeah.
You walk into the room and each of them will find a way to disappear. You can't start then. It's too late.
Too late.
Too late.
These values, do you see them reciprocated in their lives, in their families?
Yes. Yes. I do.
Okay.
Bond, the family bond is very strong.
Interesting. Wow. I know it's really nice to hear you say that, because I think sometimes maybe a lot of people may perceive the fact that fathers are there to provide and mothers take care of the children.
It's not that way. Not anymore. Look at how many mothers are working. Look at how many households. Now, it's the mother who sometimes is the breadwinner. What is the man supposed to do? No, there are no roles that I'll bring the bacon and you stay in the kitchen and look after the children. No. It's shared responsibilities. It is shared responsibilities.
Shared responsibilities. And for the parents out there maybe who are too busy for their kids and they're all about provision, how do they bridge the gap between, yes, I'm your parent, but I'm also your friend?
You shouldn't be friends with your children.
And why is that?
No, you shouldn't. You're a parent. Don't try and be friends. Because when you try and be friends, that's when you spoil your children. Because whatever they want, you want to give them so that you can be friends. Whether it is good or not, you are the parent. If they are asking for something, you need to think. Don't give it to them because you want to be friends. And sadly, that is happening, especially in broken homes, where you've got the parents, the father and the mother, trying to win the love of the child by providing whatever they want. The father brings this, the mother also wants to bring this, something better. Fighting for the love of the child by gifts. Wrong.
But someone will also argue the fact that being friends with your child means that you're an open person and they can come to you, tell you about maybe...
It's not being friends. It's not being friends. It's just being there, being available, bringing them up, knowing that whatever you're going through, come and talk to me. That not necessarily being friends. Yes. Just being available, being there, and being open. and ready to listen to them, no matter how bad. If you bring them up knowing that you can come and tell me anything, you can come and talk to me about anything, that'll be fine. But it's not a question of really being friends.
So you're not all about being friends.
No.
But I think that's what the .com mothers and fathers are trying to be. They're trying to be cool, trying to be friends, and especially in this era of social media.
You will cloud yourself. You will cloud yourself when you start being friends. Because you will give them a phone at a very early age when you know very well they shouldn't be having phones. Because you want to be friends. You want them to accept you. You want them to be good, to think you're being good to them.
Yeah.
No.
But also we give them phones when we're too busy to have time for them. So you're like, use this, keep yourself busy as I am
wrong.
working on something
I always
else.
tell people, a phone is not a toy. Buy the child a toy. Don't give them a phone. Because that's when they go, when they go to somebody else's house, the first thing they'll see is the phone, and they'll start crying for a phone. No.
Wow. What are you currently doing?
I'm teaching.
Yes.
I'm working with various groups like Tusker Nexters, and I also help out as an acting coach to TV series. I'm busy.
Wow. You're busy.
I'm busy.
Tusker Next is what is it about?
Tusker Nexters is like a shoot-off from Tusker Project fame. EABL saw that as they're celebrating 100 years, they looked back and they looked at all the things that they have done, and they realized how big TPF was as a platform for artists. So they thought, this is something we need to do. So they held competitions, singing music competitions, because we were singers and rappers.
Yeah.
And all around the country. And then they got them into Nairobi, and they picked 6 or 7. And they're going to walk with them for a whole year. And they've paired them off with known and established artists who are like mentors to them. And they've got songwriters for them. They've got people to do clothes for them, help them write songs, compose music. And right now they're working on entertainment for Oktoberfest in October.
Yeah.
But after that, in December, each of them will launch their own careers, and Tusker, EABL, will walk with them for a whole year, which is a fantastic thing.
Do you think this will bear better results than what happened previously?
Definitely will, because in the past, once somebody won, they were given a recording contract and money and told bye, and that's it. And these are people who were green, who were really green, so they don't know where to start. Just being given a contract does not mean there's somebody to write music for you if you can't write, or compose music for you. They just want you to go to the studio and record. How? And you don't have the knowledge. You don't know about the business of music. So you're bound to fail. And that was the danger then. But now they've got people walking with them all the way.
All right.
So if they don't make it after all the help they've been given, hiyo ni shauri yao.
Umesaidiwa pia wewe jisaidia hapo pale umebaki. All right. So there's someone who asked a question. I told you I posted
Go ahead.
and so a lot of people are actually saying I should send salams to you. But there's one person who asked about your take on using bribery when looking for a job.
Bribery is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong.
There's no two way about it.
There's no two ways about it. It is wrong. Why are you bribing for something if you know your worth, why are you bribing? Why do I have to bribe you to get a job? Why do I have to bribe you? I make a mistake. I'm stopped by the cops. Why should I bribe? Why?
Have you ever?
Unfortunately, a long time ago, I did.
What happened?
I did a U-turn or something crazy, but I was late to go somewhere. Yes, but it is wrong. These days, I just say absolutely not. And they say, let's go to the police station. I say, fine, and we go to the police station.
And then when you get to the police station, they realize who we have here, and you're like...
It has happened. It has happened. I remember going into a police station, and the OCS came, you've come to... And the cop who arrested me was like, what is going on?
Who is this?
And the POC, you don't know him, Aki. No, I just did the wrong word. Go. Kazi mzuri.
Wow. It helps to have a good name.
And it was a genuine mistake. Because the cops had changed an entry into a petrol station. But they were not there to show. But what they want you to do is go in after they've changed it and then tell you did the wrong thing so that you bribe them. Nope.
Taking advantage.
Taking advantage.
Okay.
And as long as you keep bribing, it's don't blame the cops. You're to blame as well. And then you are making the cops think that they cannot do their job without being bribed. Why am I bribing you to do your job? I'm already paying you through the taxes I pay. Bribery is wrong. It's very rampant, yes.
It is, yeah.
It is very, very rampant.
Yeah. It's so rampant such that when you use the long distance buses in Nissan, there are stopovers, roadblocks, and when you're stopped, the police officer or police officer rather, doesn't check the car. They just want something, and we've normalized it.
We have, and that's why all these accidents that happen, they would have been avoided. They would have been avoided.
Wow.
But we've accepted it. It's a Kenyan thing. Corruption is right from the top.
Is there something else that is Kenyan that, might not be right, but we have accepted it?
Yes, timekeeping. Timekeeping.
Ooh, what's the worst you've experienced?
Well, number one, I will not wait. If I'm meeting with you, I will ask you what time we meet. You will say 3. I will be there at 2:45. At 3, I will leave. Maneno kwisha. And you don't call me at 5 to 3 and tell me I'm running late. And I will not call you at where are you? No. At 3, you're not there. You're the one who picked the time. No. I will leave. And I've done that many times. Many times.
Was that time you had to walk out or from a big shot?
Because they've not turned up?
Yeah.
Of course. I don't care who you are. If we agreed this time, it is this time. If you can't respect my time, too bad. I will leave.
Wow, you definitely do it your way. So let's get to know you a little bit more.
You won't.
Ian, do you always have that face?
I can't change faces. This is the face I was given.
You don't have to always be serious.
Who said I'm serious? Now you see, you're already assuming that I'm serious.
Are you not?
What do you mean by serious?
So what does Ian Mbugua fear the most?
I don't fear anything.
What's Ian Mbugua's favorite meal?
I don't have a favorite anything. I told you you're not going to know me. You're not going to know me.
Okay, who do you hang out with?
Me.
No, other than
I'm
you.
I'm a loner. I spend a lot of time on my own. I love being alone.
But when you're not alone, who are some of the friends? Let me be specific. Who are some of the friends
I have very few friends.
in the industry?
I have many acquaintances, but very few friends.
What is the most memorable thing in your life? I know we live life every day. We die once, but out of those...
Just getting up in the morning and knowing you've got endless opportunities ahead of you. That's good enough for me. Every morning. New every morning. Yes.
Dream destination? And why?
Oh, several places. I'd love to go to the Seychelles.
Me too.
Even Zanzibar, I have not been, unfortunately. But I will, yes.
Where have you been?
Other places, but not Zanzibar and not Seychelles.
What is one place that you visited and you loved it other than Kenya?
There's several. South Africa. South Africa is beautiful. Germany is beautiful. The US, some places are beautiful. UK. Ethiopia is lovely.
And the people are lovely too.
And they are.
Yeah.
But they're very slow. They're like they're like coast people.
I think they're worse than Costarians.
True.
I think, yeah. And language also. How many languages do you speak?
3.
Which are?
3.
Which are?
Kikuyu, Kiswahili, and English.
Okay. How well is your Kikuyu?
Good enough to ask for directions.
So kindly tell people to watch the spot and why they need to subscribe.
Come, watch, learn, subscribe, and be entertained and educated as well.
How would you rate this conversation? Putting you on the spot.
Well, like I told you, I rarely give interviews because I get asked the same boring questions. Questions that I just feel like I'm going to say yes, no, and that's it. But hey, what time is this now? We started at what time? At 12.
An hour ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is an hour and 15 minutes already. And it looks like it's passed like that. So that tells you a lot.
Did you enjoy the conversation?
It was...
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's not a question of enjoying. It's not a question of enjoying. I was fully engaged. It's not a question of enjoying.
Okay.
I was fully engaged, which is wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming through. And I wish you the very best. You're a busy man.
I was joking when I said that. No.
But we are all busy.
No, we are not. No, people are not busy. It's just they choose what to do and what not to do.
My past
You know, you can be busy and doing nothing. You know that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think which is totally okay.
No. If you're busy doing nothing, that is wrong. Whatever you're doing should be constructive.
But sometimes
It should be something that will improve your life and improve the life of others.
That's correct. But also, don't you think sometimes you can be busy, but you can not be doing anything, but you'd rather not be busy than engage in something else?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Idleness is the devil's hunting ground, playground. Yes, true.
Thank you so much. It's a wrap for today. Next time, we have another amazing guest right here on the spot. I am STL Yamumo, and yes, it's that time to kiss and say goodbye. Bye for now.